Hello and welcome. I'm Danette Kubanda, and joining me today for a very special interview is Cindy Wageman. She was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis at age 24. She conducted her own research, and what she found was astonishing. She could heal her genes, and this led to a complete healing. She's the author of Completely Healed: How Understanding the Link Between Trauma, Stress, and Autoimmune Disease Helped Me Get My Life Back. We're so happy to have you with us today, Cindy.
Thank you so much.
So, Cindy, why did you decide to share your story?
When I was diagnosed with MS, it was a very difficult time for me. And I wondered what is going to happen to me and my family. The doctor, actually, they gave me no hope at all. So this is what I decided. I decided to do my own research. And what I found astonished me. I could build up my immune system and heal my genes. And that's what happened. The years of being sick were very painful for me. And so I tucked those years very deep in my heart because I never wanted that to happen again. Well, time passed and our daughters grew up, and Kara, our oldest, lived in Florida. And Gary and I went to visit. And while we were there, she said, Mom, do you want to go to meetings with us tonight? And can I tell the testimony? They're going to have testimonies. And can I tell the story of when I was a little girl and how you had MS and how it affected our family? And I was astonished because I thought, I didn't realize that it had affected our family. So when she got up front to tell the story, she had on a blue dress and she had let her long hair, flow down her back. And she looked like she was 8 years old to me. And when she started talking and telling the memories, they just all started flooding back to me. And I said, this is the truth. And I started crying. And so I escaped and ran out of the room. And as I closed the door, I said, God, why? Why is this happening to me? Why am I crying? And he said, Cindy, it's because this is your story. You need to tell other people that are suffering. So I took all that to heart and I became a life and relationship coach. And the amazing part about that is I started learning from my clients why I was sick and how I recovered. And today I want to share with the world of how I was healed. I want to give others the same hope that was given to me, that you can heal from your autoimmune disease.
That's amazing. And you drew quite a significant link between trauma and autoimmune disease. Tell me a little
Mhm.
bit more about that.
Yes. The time that I heard Sarah's voice on the other end of the line was so tragic because she was crying because her husband no longer wanted her to be alive. He wanted her dead. And she was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis and she couldn't walk. So she was in a wheelchair and she could no longer take care of her husband or her children. And so I was her coach. So her and I came up with a plan that she would go to a health clinic that would help her to discover a new lifestyle change and a new mindset, a new healthy mindset. And that's what happened. And she learned that she was in a toxic environment. So when she actually was home with her family, she actually divorced her husband over time. And in fact, when trauma happens to us, it affects every cell in our body. It affects everything in our brains, in our bodies, and it actually even affects the very core of who we are. And that's what happened to Sarah. It affected her central nervous system. The exciting news is that God has a different plan for that. In fact, it's a design plan for our bodies that we can heal if we learn healthy lifestyle and healthy mindset. It can heal our damaged genes, plus epigenetics, which means above the cells, it actually will express genes off and on. So it doesn't matter the genes that we have inherited or the or or if we've damaged our genes from trauma, that we can become completely healed.
That's absolutely amazing. So, what advice do you have for others who may be suffering from an autoimmune disease?
Well, I have 3 points that I want to share today. And when I was struggling, number one, when I was struggling with MS, I think the greatest lesson that I learned was the connection between the mind and the body, and how if our minds tell our bodies that we no longer want to live, our bodies will start working on that. And number two, I would say my advice is to build up your immune system, and your body will repair itself. The environment you put your cells in is who you are. And number three, stand up for yourself and quit pleasing to be diplomatic. Tell the truth to yourself and to others. This will build your autonomy, and learn to love yourself again. There are many ways to build up our immune systems, and it will take time to repair your body. It took me 10 years, but you can become completely healed.
Oh, I love it. Thank you so much for sharing all of this. To learn more about Cindy, her book, and all of her projects, please visit her website at cindywageman.com. Thank you so much.